Taking a client to lunch.
Carrie calls her daughter Lee on the phone for some advice.
Lee, I'm glad I caught you. I need your advice.
Sure thing, Mom. How can I help?
I've got a client coming in from out of town, and I want to take her to a great restaurant for lunch.
Mom, you know lots of great places to eat. Why ask me?
Well, my client's fairly young, and this is her first time in the city.
So you want to impress her with some happening place?
You're definitely more up on these things than I am.
Maybe, but it's not like we students dine at 4-star restaurants.
Well, what about that restaurant you went to last week for Judy's birthday?
That was good. Now, what was it called?
That's why I called you.
I'll tell you what. Let me give Judy a call, and I'll get back to you.
Here's an added incentive. Give me a good lead, and I'll take you to lunch next week. On me.
You'll spring for it? In that case, I'll call you right back.
Yes, but quickly. I need the name of a lunch spot before lunch.
Lee calls Judy on the phone.
Hi, Judy. It's Lee. What's the name of that restaurant we went to for your birthday last week?
Who wants to know?
My mother's entertaining a client and...
Yes, excellent choice. I could eat at the Paisley Monkey 8 days a week.
Of course, the Paisley Monkey. How could I forget a name like that?
My question is, how do I get to be one of your mother's clients?
Isn't it nice to have an expense account? You get reimbursed for eating.
Carrie is in the Paisley Monkey entertaining her client. Carrie, this is such a cool restaurant.
Did you notice the brass monkey at the bar?
And the plastic monkeys in the drinks.
There's definitely a theme at work here.
Well, the menu is certainly inventive. I want to order everything.
Yes, my daughter, the college student, gives this place a big thumbs up.
Carrie, you can't be old enough to have a daughter in college.
You're forgetting who's the client here. I'm supposed to be flattering you.
A pizza agreement.
Lee, Miguel, and Judy are trying to decide what to do about lunch.
Okay, group. What's up for lunch?
I could go for a slice of pizza.
Me too. I'm up for pizza any time.
Great. There's this new pizzeria that just opened around the corner. They serve brick oven pizza. I've been dying to try it out.
What's the deal there? Do we order by the slice?
Or should we get a whole pie?
Gosh, that would be perfect. But only if the three of us can agree on the same toppings.
The three are seated at the pizzeria.
Now that we're here, I really can't decide. It all looks so good.
Look at all these toppings. Miguel, what's your favorite?
I like a combo. Mushrooms, anchovies, and extra cheese.
Anchovies! It makes me thirsty just thinking about them.
I love pepperoni.
I love them all. Who can pass up Italian food?
I eat pizza so often, I think of it as American.
But you've got to hand it to the Italians. They came up with the greatest culinary invention, the pizza pie.
Wait a minute. What about spaghetti and meatballs? Now that's my favorite.
I'll take pasta in any shape and size.
Hey, we're getting distracted. Didn't we come here for pizza?
Right. Let's call the waiter over.
So, what can I get you?
2 pies. One with anchovies and pepperoni, another with extra cheese.
And peppers.
Don't forget the mushrooms.
Oh, hold on. Which toppings go on which pizzas?
Good question. I think we'd better get our act together before we order.
Maybe we should just order by the slice.
You're right. We'll never agree on the same combination of toppings.
But getting a whole pie fresh from the oven is so much better.
I've got an idea. How about if we each pick one topping for each half?
Brilliant! The problem is, 2 pies with 4 halves give us 4 choices, and we're 3 people.
What if we leave 1 half plain, so there are only 3 choices?
Even more brilliant! Lee, you're not just a pizza lover. You're a mathematical genius.
Tea with grandmother.
Judy is glancing through a magazine that lists things to do around town.
Lee, I'm trying to find something special to do with my grandmother.
Your grandmother's in town?
Yeah, for 2 weeks. Got any ideas?
Well, there's a special exhibit at the Met.
I don't think so. She loves that museum, but she hates all those stairs.
Too bad. Is shopping out of the question?
That's definitely on the agenda.
She was born to shop, eh?
Totally. But what to do afterwards?
I know. Why not take her to afternoon tea?
Afternoon tea? How perfect!
How positively British.
And the timing couldn't be better. It starts around 3 in the afternoon, right?
Thereabouts. You two can shop till you drop, then rest your weary feet.
Excellent. So where should we go?
I'd find out where she's staying. Some of the nicer hotels serve a lovely tea in their lobbies.
She's staying at a hotel in Midtown, so there's a good chance they serve afternoon tea.
Otherwise, I'd call around. It's so easy to find the ultimate British experience right here in New York City.
Judy and her grandmother are sitting down to tea. Judy, this was a delightful idea.
It wasn't mine. My friend Lee came up with it.
You'll have to thank her. I haven't had afternoon tea since I visited London.
We're lucky your hotel serves it.
Yes, so we could drop off all those shopping bags in my room.
They would have needed their own table.
Oh, I'm exhausted. We did shop our hearts out, didn't we?
Yes, and we deserve this.
When was the last time you were serenaded by a harpist? Will you be ordering the scones?
Yes, with clotted cream and jam.
I see they have finger sandwiches here.
Is this as authentic as you remember?
Well, I haven't tasted anything yet, but if I can believe my eyes, absolutely.
This is such a civilized way to end the afternoon, don't you think?
Yes, but I'd weigh a ton if I did this every day.
I'm sure we could work it off shopping.
I don't know about that, but I'd enjoy trying.
Meeting at the local hangout.
Lee, Judy, and Miguel are sitting in a booth at their local coffee shop. The waiter, Chris, comes over to take their order.
What looks good to you today?
I'm going to have my usual.
The turkey burger on a pita with a thin slice of tomato, right?
And don't forget the French fries.
Right, with a side of fries. Now, what can I get for the rest of you?
I'll have today's special, but salad instead of soup.
You got it. And for you, sir?
You'll have to give me a minute. I haven't had a chance to look over the menu. How come you guys know what you want the second you sit down?
Miguel, we practically live here.
I guess that's a good sign. The food's edible.
It's not about the food.
Yeah, this is our neighborhood coffee shop.
You know, our place to linger over a cup of coffee.
Catch up on gossip.
All right. I get the point. It's just that I feel so left out.
But I thought every student on campus hung out here.
Well, maybe I've just been too busy studying.
You know, we've pulled a few all-nighters in these booths, too.
So this place doubles as your library?
Ah, here comes our librarian now.
Have you decided what you want?
I'll have a tuna salad sandwich on dry toast. Extra tomato, hold the lettuce.
Bravo, Miguel. You ordered like a pro.
Does this mean I'll have to pick up the check?
Be prepared. Chris tends to deliver it along with the food. Chris returns with their order.
Okay, folks. Here's your food and your check.
See what I mean?
You know, the food's not bad. So what's the damage?
Just over $22. Let's split the check 3 ways.
Who wants to figure out the tip?
I just double the tax.
Me too. An 8 1/4 tax times 2 is nearly a 17% tip.
Okay, then. It all adds up to $8.50 a person.
Coffee shops are not only easy on the stomach, they're easy on the purse.
Jeff, eating habits have drastically changed, especially over the past couple of decades.
True.
For one thing, there's so many convenience foods out there. All we have to do is pop a vacuum-packed meal into our microwave oven. And along with the convenience, many young people don't feel much responsibility toward maintaining a good, healthy diet.
As we say, it's too much of a good thing. Food is good, convenience is good. Too much convenience food is bad.
The funny thing is, we know a lot more about food and nutrition now. In fact, almost everything we know about vitamins and minerals was discovered in the last century.
But there's more to discover. We still don't understand completely how the body absorbs food. And we don't understand the psychology of food. Look at all the eating disorders out there now.
Doesn't that have something to do with advertisements which show all kinds of slim, skeleton-like models?
Yeah.
We're getting this strange mixture of information and disinformation about eating.
Very, very true. But I'll tell you one thing. Eating out is better now than it's ever been, at least in Tokyo and the United States.
I agree, but it's interesting how some of my acquaintances who are into eating a humble diet of vegetables and very little meat at home indulge in fatty food when they eat out.
Well, if you don't eat out much, that kind of makes sense. If you do, and you're over 40, you're probably happy to have lots of vegetables and healthy things on the menu. And in these past years, restaurants in Tokyo are offering that more and more.
Jeff, judging from all this, how do you think people will be eating in the next 100 years?
Well, Marcia, I don't want to end on a sour note, but as we speak, 1 billion human beings, most of them children, only eat 1 meal a day.
True.
So maybe the real question is, who will be eating in the next 100 years?
Maybe then we'll have to resort to genetically engineered so-called GE food.
Yeah.
In any case, we need to create a world where everyone can eat and stay healthy.
That's a nice thought. Well, now that we're done with dinner, let's move on to taxis, subways, and garbage trucks.